ready to make apple cider. We have our applesauce. And we have this box right here and a whole bunch of these that we use one at a time. This is called a cider rack. Everybody say cider rack.
Cider rack.
And notice it has holes in it.
Yeah.
That's to let the cider through. So we put a rack in there like this, and then we put this box over top like this. Then we get one of these. This is called a cider cloth. Everybody say cider cloth.
Cider cloth.
Now when we bought this, it was white. But because we made cider with it a bunch of times, it's turning the color of cider. And by the time it gets old and gets a hole in it and we can't use it anymore, it'll be a dark brown, just like cider. We open this cloth up and we put it like this. And then we get the applesauce from that machine through this hose, and we squirt the applesauce into this cloth until there's about this much in it. Then we close the corners like this. And we make a packet of applesauce. Then we get another rack and we put that on it. We open up another cloth, we pour that, we put applesauce in that cloth, and we close it, and we do it again and again and again and again and again until we have a stack about this high. Then we move this whole thing underneath this machine, and this machine squeezes all those packets of applesauce really hard, and out comes the cider. How many of you have squeezed a wet sponge? What happens when you do?
The water comes out.
The water comes out. It's the same thing we're doing here, except instead of sponges, we've got packets of applesauce, and instead of water, we get apple cider. Then we use another hose to put the cider into that big tank up there, and it stays cold in that tank until we put it in the bottles that we passed, and we put it out in the store. And that's how apple cider's made. Now, one more thing to show you. Remember I said we make 750 pies in 2.5 days?
Yes.
We have to peel every single apple that goes in every single pie. We don't have a room with a bunch of little old ladies someplace peeling our apples. Instead, we have this machine right here. I want everybody just to turn around. You don't have to move. Just turn around, and I'm going to show you how this machine works. Now, we put the apples in this bin right here, and somebody's standing up here on this box. And there's a cup right here, and there's a cup right here, and we set the apple in those cups. The cup then swings into here, and this punch here punches through the middle of the apple and gets the seeds and the stem out. Then there are a bunch of knives that go around the apple, and that peels the apple. The apple then drops down through here and goes down that chute onto this here. It's usually down, but because it's clean right now, it's up. Then what we do is we pick the apple up and we put it on this spindle here. It goes down to here, and there's a hammer right here that pushes it through those knives, and that's how they're sliced. Do you remember the bushel? Remember the bushel? We can peel all the apples in that bushel in about 10 minutes. Wow. That's pretty good, huh? Now, yes? Well, what we have is we have a tub that's down here, and this shakes. It's shaking all the time, so the seeds drop through and don't go in the tub, and then the apples eventually come off of here and go in the tub. Yes?
The seed. How does the seeds fall inside? Like when they shake?
They just fall through the holes in the screen.
Oh.
Okay, so now you guys saw where we grow our apples, right?
Yes.
You saw where we store our apples, right?
Yes.
Where we sell our apples, right?
Yes.
Where we bake our apples, right?
Yes.
Where we sort our apples?
Yes.
Where we make apple cider?
Yes.
And how we peel our apples.
Yes.
You guys are apple experts now. And you've been very good listeners. So now I think we're going to go have some lunch. You hungry?
Yes.